good day.
It is a beautiful day.
It's a very beautiful evening. No rain.
No rain. Gorgeous fire.
Our last film session was absolutely cooked.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah, weather was awful. We recorded in the morning. I felt like we were just off our rhythm. It was bad.
The wood was wet. We had no fires going.
The episodes are great. Please listen to those.
Half of them aren't out yet, but...
Well, yeah, we'll get to that later. Big announcement at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
So please, if you're listening to us, but like you're trying to wait until you've seen Schindler's List, but you're still listening to this, just skip to the end. If you're going to listen to this whole episode, just wait until the end.
Yeah. Just be a patient little
listener.
Little listener.
All right. So today, Drew, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List.
And holy moly.
Which we have not, neither of us had seen until up until this point.
Yes.
It was one of the most emotionally intense movies I have ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you could say it better than what you just said.
Yeah.
I don't know where to even begin with this movie. One, when I think it was my pick for a movie neither of us had seen. Correct?
That was mine.
Maybe it was yours.
You picked Gangs in New York.
That's right. That feels so opposite.
I know. That does feel really opposite, doesn't it?
Anyway, well, I did not know much about this movie. I mean, I knew generally what this movie was kind of about.
I knew that it was... Everybody who has seen it says good things.
Yes. I mean, and this is very fair.
Rightfully so.
What I did not know was that this movie is 3 hours and 15 minutes long.
It is a long movie.
And it earns its runtime.
I agree.
Yes.
And here, let me say this to camera.
I'm very glad that you said this. But
I am so critical of any movie over like 2.5 hours. Even 2 hours and 20 minutes is pushing it.
Yes.
Just because it's like, most of the time, it is just kind of like a prideful director.
Like Eddington.
Like we
will not go through a film session without referencing Eddington. Keep going.
Most of the time, it's just like a prideful director who thinks their movie is better than it is. And this is an exception. Schindler's List is an exception to that rule. And this movie is 3 hours and 16 minutes. Like, it steps over the 3 hour mark.
And honestly, I'm trying to think, like, yes, you could probably cut some scenes from this and some, but this movie would still be worse for it. Like, 100%. It could be tighter, but it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know where to begin. I'm actually, before we get into spoilers, which this is based on a true story.
It's based on a true story.
So, it's like spoilers for real life, but...
Spoilers, but this also happened, like, in the 1940s.
Yeah, like 80 years ago. So yeah, we'll give a spoiler warning later.
The Allies won.
Please go watch it, because this story was still new to me, even though
Yeah, that is true.
I know a lot about World War II, but this story was still new to me.
It's true, yeah.
I'm going to go actually straight up with the production, first and foremost.
Okay.
I love the black and white film. I love every single shot.
Yeah,
was so good.
It is pretty epic.
I probably like black and white more than you like black and white.
I like black and white.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. But this movie, there's black and white movies that kind of feel like indie black and white, like they just shot on black and white 35 millimeter or whatever, like kind of like Following by Christopher Nolan, which we'll get into later. But this movie, like, it did not need color, which obviously the use of color, we'll get into that in a second.
I don't know about that.
For the majority of the movie, it did not need color to look beautiful or to convey any, like, I think this movie is better for being black and white.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
Then the use of color, which I kind of like caught on to what they were trying to do with the color in the movie. If you know anything about Schindler's List, you probably know like the red jacket. But there's two uses of color in this movie. We'll get into that during the spoiler talk, but the way they use color and emotions with color and character moments with color in a 99% black and white film was incredible. Yeah. It was so good.
Totally agree.
And then the production design was incredible too. There was so much, and like the scale was huge, and it all looks great. So,
my biggest takeaway with this movie is the performances.
Yeah, man.
Who's the Nazi soldier?
Like Ray Fiennes?
No.
Not that guy?
He was the German, right? Not the German, the Jew. He was the accountant.
No, you're getting Liam Neeson and Ray Fiennes mixed up.
No, the Nazi soldier, not Liam Neeson.
Just look it up. It's Ray Fiennes.
I don't think it is.
It is.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Okay. No, it's Ben Kingsley.
Oh, the accountant. You're right. I'm wrong. Continue.
Ray Fiennes is the accountant.
No. Ray Fiennes is not the accountant. We're really confused on Stole My Line. Ray Fiennes is the bad guy.
Nah.
Ben Kingsley's the... Okay, I was right.
Are you right?
Ben Kingsley's the accountant. Ray Fiennes is the, like, bad guy. He's like the really... Yes, I promise you, bro. I promise you. Because I looked it up halfway through the movie. Oh my gosh. This is not great audio work, by the way.
It's Zach Stern is Ben Kingsley. That sounds German. Amon Goeth.
Yeah, it's Ray Fiennes. That's what I'm saying.
He's the bad guy.
Yes.
Bro, he destroyed it.
Yes.
He was so good.
Yes. And I think Liam Neeson is like probably the strongest performance in this whole movie.
Low-key, I thought all three of the main actors.
Yes.
Like, honestly, it might be some of the best performances I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Very rarely talked about. Like, I feel like people talk about great performances. They don't talk about any of these performances.
I know.
Even though Schindler's List is a super famous movie.
Right.
I don't know why that is, because these performances hold up with basically any other movie I've ever seen. But what else did you like about it? Non-spoiler.
Non-spoiler. I mean, the use of color, like you said, is. I mean, the second time the red jacket shows up, my jaw like hit the floor.
Yeah.
I was like emotionally wrecked.
No spoilers in that, but yes.
It was bad.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, it was good. Like
yes. Oh man.
And then, do you know like the production history of this movie?
No. Do you?
I did. I did some research.
I want you to tell me because I'm very fresh off of this movie at time of recording.
So Steven Spielberg did this movie, obviously.
Shocker.
Yeah. If you didn't know that, news to you. But Steven Spielberg has done a lot of movies.
Yes.
So 10 years ago, 10 years prior to this movie coming out, he like read the book because it's based off a book and was like super passionate about this movie.
Yeah.
And wanted to make it. And then 10 years went by, it never ended up happening. A script was written, it bounced around to like Scorsese and a bunch of other directors, and eventually landed back in Spielberg's lap right after he wrapped Jurassic Park.
Which is crazy turnaround, by the way.
Insane.
That's a complete 180.
Insane. And he wraps Jurassic Park and then goes to Krakow, Poland, like a week later to start filming this movie. Also, Spielberg is Jewish, right?
Yes.
Which is pretty crucial to understand like his emotional state, but he's filming this movie in the day.
Yeah.
It was super emotionally invested. Super hard movie to even be on set for.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, like direct.
Yes.
At night, he's getting like screen prints of. They invented CGI for Jurassic Park.
Yes.
So like he's having to do technical things and analyze lighting and like dinosaur movement and see if it looks real. Basically the whole night. Sleep for a couple hours and then wakes up and films Schindler's List again.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So like. He said it. I watched an interview. He's like, it was the worst year of my entire life.
And it created two of the most incredible movies.
And then he sweeps the Oscars.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Like, not a studio, not anything. Steven Spielberg sweeps the Oscars for all like the technical things. Jurassic Park wins.
Yeah.
And then he wins Best Picture.
Yeah.
And Best Director.
Yeah.
For this movie.
Which is so fair.
Oh, 100%.
So fair.
100%.
That's insane. I kind of, I guess, vaguely knew about some of those pieces of it, but I did not know that Jurassic Park and Schindler's List coincided
at the same time.
Like, yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
And like the emotional tones are just
completely different.
Shockingly different.
Completely different.
It's wild.
That's insane. Well, I think the world is all the better for that horrible year of Steven Spielberg's life.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, what a 180. Well, I mean, there's so many likes I have, but I feel like we just need to get into spoilers.
I think we should.
Is there anything else you want to add before we get? Guys, if you haven't seen Schindler's List, we just watched it. Obviously, it's a heavy movie. But
it's an incredibly heavy movie.
Please go watch it. 100% worth a watch. So, yeah. Drew, tell me more about the red coat and how that made you feel.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, so I had seen posters and interviews about this movie for a long time.
Same.
And I thought it would be in the movie more.
Same.
I thought going in that Oscar Schindler was like going to rescue this girl.
Yes.
And like that was kind of going to be the main narrative.
Yes.
Because I knew like Schindler's List obviously is a list of names, and he goes to rescue all of them. Like I knew he had a redemption arc.
That kind of core concept of the movie.
I was wrong.
I was wrong too because I was in the same like mind space as you.
I was very wrong.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, or honestly, it's not the beginning. It's the first hour.
Yeah.
He's on this hill with this girl, and like the ghetto, which is where the Jews have kind of been moved to forcefully, is just getting like ravaged by the Nazis.
Yeah, it's like the liquidation of the ghetto. Or
and that scene, so hard to watch.
Oh yeah,
like that was probably the hardest scene to watch for me.
Yeah,
it's just,
I mean, there's the one brief scene where like you're in the hallway, and the officer just like shoots that, like it's just in the middle of the hallway with people walking out.
It is so brutal,
and that's just like such a quick moment.
And like, this movie does not hold back.
No,
at all.
Nope.
Yeah, and like, there's like subtle build up to that, and you have a lot of character work with Oscar Schindler and his accountant friend, whose name is
Isaac.
Yeah.
Was it Stern?
Yeah, and that's all super good, and then it kind of just pivots.
Yeah.
To like this violent.
Yeah.
Thing, but so Liam Neeson's character Oscar Schindler is watching this all from the hill, and he sees this this girl in a red coat, and the color shows through, and she's like just walking around, and like he has a connection to her to some extent, and then 2.5 hours later, he is like at a basically like inferno.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, or like a furnace basically, where they're burning Jews.
Yeah, all these dead bodies.
Which is terrible in its own right.
Horrible.
But then it's like this close up on Oscar Schindler's face, and then you just see this big red thing come across on a wheelbarrow, and it's like the girl's dead, and she's just on.
And color is so obvious in this movie too.
Right, yeah.
Like the first time when you see her little red coat like so far out, like that is what you were fixed on. There's stuff happening around her, but you were fixed on that coat. So when a big red coat comes by, like it is the biggest moment maybe of the whole movie in some ways.
I agree. It's the turning point of Oscar Schindler for sure. And that moment like wrecked me.
Yeah.
I started this movie at midnight, by the way. So this was like 2:15, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, horrible.
Oh, like my heart just sank, and it was like, I don't know. And here's the other thing I loved about this movie is it to some extent it is very black and white. It's like Nazis horrible.
Yes.
What they're doing is awful, but Oscar Schindler was not black and white as a character. Like,
no.
He was very.
I mean, he is a Nazi.
He's a Nazi, and like a womanizer.
Yeah, at the start of the movie, he is very much like not
he's a horrible person.
He is profiting off of Jews and like basically slaves in a lot of
100%.
ways. Yeah,
but then you see his character go from that to ultimately like the savior of like 6,000 or like a large number of Jews.
It was like 1,100, and then at the time of like filming, there were 6,000 descendants of those 1,100, and obviously more and more nowadays.
And it's like, I thought his character arc and Liam Neeson's portrayal and Spielberg's direction, all just like it worked really well.
It all works so well. I think the scene for me that got me the most emotional was at the end when Liam Neeson's like, I could have saved more. And he's like,
that scene was
this
brutal.
car is 10 people.
Yeah.
This button is 1 or 2 people. Yeah. And he's just breaking down crying. And the whole scene is like, he did so much, but he still feels guilty.
Yeah.
And that scene, just that emotional dilemma he's in, like he should feel joy for how many people he saved, but all he feels is sorrow, is so impactful.
Yeah.
I have a thought on this movie. I was thinking about on the way over here. I think like this movie is a very hard watch, and it's
incredibly hard. Yeah.
Only like an inkling of the actual horrors of the Holocaust.
It's true. Yeah.
Like these are the people that are saved, and they still go through all this horrible stuff. But some of the moments of violence in this movie were not as impactful for me. Not because they weren't well made. Like they should have been very impactful. I am so desensitized to violence in cinema that when I saw someone get shot in the head, I was kind of like, oh, like whatever, because I watch war movies and like whatever. Like you see someone's head get chopped off, and it's kind of like, all right, whatever. But obviously, the vibe around this violence is very different. This is a like these are real events, these are real people.
Right.
But I really had to kind of pull myself out of that desensitized mindset. Like, did you have any similar experience with that?
And I think that's a super interesting thing that you're bringing up, because I think I had the opposite.
Really?
Because I don't know. It's like, I think you watch like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
And it just, like, it's fake. And
Yeah.
it's like played up. And like to some extent, it doesn't bother you as much as it maybe should.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, something about this movie and like knowing it was real.
Yeah.
Knowing this movie like bothered me.
Really?
I mean, I texted you at 3 a.m. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he did.
That was the hardest movie I've ever watched.
Yeah. 100%.
And like, I like when they start storming the ghetto. It's like that is. It's just like so hard.
No, and it is not an enjoyable watch.
No, I did not enjoy this movie.
Even though I feel like the redemption arc is really, really sweet.
It is.
And
It's
like
true.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think by halfway through the movie, kind of when we got into some of the concentration camp stuff, and there was violence happening there, I really had shifted out of that desensitized Tarantino war movies, CGI, whatever, into, hey, this is what actually happened to people. Even though it's fake, it's real, but it took me a minute to get out of that rut. I was just curious if one of our listeners had a similar experience, let us know.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Do you think, and maybe this is a topic for another day, but like, do you think the desensitization?
Desensitization?
That's what I'm trying to say. Do
Yes.
you think that's a problem?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an issue. I don't know how to combat it.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, people do go to war. Like, things...
I think
violence still happens in the world.
Why I ask is like, what's the line within storytelling of like, is there a line and when is too much?
I think as I've gotten older, I have grown to understand people who stay away from senseless violence in movies.
I agree.
Now, I watch my fair share of Tarantino movies.
Right.
But, I mean, what people call it, like, I don't know, something porn, like gore, violence porn, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, you watch a movie just because, like, it's violent. And
Like
that's
a
the
John Wick type
Yeah,
vibe.
like, that's the appeal of it. And,
Yeah.
like, to me, I don't watch movies for the violence of it. No, I can watch a movie that has violence in it. But, I don't know. Like, there are certain scenes in movies where... I'm thinking of Braveheart. There's a scene really early on where his wife
just destroys the village.
Yes, but his wife, like, her neck gets slit.
Yeah.
And like that moment of violence is so like elevated. But then the rest of the movie is really violent, and that doesn't feel as elevated. So it might depend on the moment and the setting too. But as I've gotten older, I definitely want violence to have a purpose.
Yeah.
In a movie and not just be senseless. I still love my Tarantino though, so it's kind of. I feel like I kind of eat my words sometimes.
No,
too.
but I don't know. I think Tarantino, like that kind of vibe.
His direction.
It's almost satire.
Yeah, I would agree.
To where it's like there's something else he's trying to say.
Yeah.
With kind of the glorification or whatever.
Yeah.
I think if you take your movie seriously, like all sin should have a reason for being in it and not just... I mean, I think it's the same with like sex scenes. I like...
Yeah.
Like, tell me why that's in the movie.
Yeah.
And give me a reason to be like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. To kind of shift gears, I mean, you said before, is it even right to rate this movie?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just going to say this is 5 out of 5 stars.
100%.
And you can't even... I'm not even saying it just because I feel bad if I rated it lower. Like, I genuinely feel like this is probably one of the best movies ever made.
I think you have to look at this movie in two lenses, like objectively from a filmmaking perspective, and then like the emotional impact it has.
Yeah.
And I think both stand up and are both 5 out of 5.
Yeah, 100%. All right, well, I'm just going to say you should own this on Blu-ray, even though you might not watch it much. But if this is a movie that you are going to maybe show your kids at an age that they could handle it, just kind of for educational purposes or stuff like that. That's the context I've heard of a lot of families watching this movie. I don't know if you agree, but
I think I told you before, like I never want to watch this movie again, and I think that's true. But I do think everybody should watch this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I definitely will show this to my kids for sure.
Okay. Well, let us know if you agree or if you don't agree. We will at some point redo our Steven Spielberg movie draft because neither of us had seen this movie, and this would probably be drafted by one of us. So
this is top of my list for sure.
I think it is for me too. But we need to revisit a lot of other Spielberg.
But also, again, that feels unfair because like Jurassic Park, E.T., Jaws.
Yeah, this kind of feels like
List.
This movie kind of feels set apart from everything else.
It is. Yeah,
it's meant to be treated differently than Jaws or Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We digress. Hey, what do we got coming up, Drew?
All right, let's shift gears from the emotional tone that we just had to
we have a
very exciting announcement.
Huge announcement.
We've been hyping up all month, but we're doing a Nolan marathon.
Christopher Nolan, all 13?
14. All 14 episodes are dropping day by day, so one will come out every evening.
Starting next week.
Starting the 22nd.
Yes.
Which is a Monday.
Oh, yes. They're starting that soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't have long for another Soul My Line episode, which is exciting for you.
There's obviously a lot of Nolan. This can be one of those things, if you want to follow along in the marathon with us, do it. If you just want to pick and choose, if you want to rewatch the Batman trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, if you want to rewatch Inception, if you want to revisit Tenet because you haven't seen it in 4 or 5 years and you don't even understand it, this is your opportunity to experience that with us.
That's probably the episode I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Is Tenet.
I texted Drew and I said, hey, I don't want to do 3-hour movies anymore, but we will be reviewing Oppenheimer, which is a 3-hour movie. So buckle in.
I don't think earns its 3-hour mark, but I also haven't seen it in probably 2 years.
We're going to revisit that conversation in like 2 weeks. Yep. But hey, follow us. Follow us on Instagram. Please leave a review on any podcast platform you're on because it helps us.
You should.
And leave us a comment, shoot us a DM. If you have movie suggestions that aren't Christopher Nolan, please let us know.
Yeah, we get a lot of Christopher Nolan, and good news for you because following drops in the 22nd.
Yeah, we're starting with following and going through chronologically. So it'll go following, Memento, Insomnia. Wait, can I do all this off the dome?
I don't know, can you?
Wait, okay. Following, Memento, Insomnia, Batman Begins, Prestige, Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises. Oh, I'm getting lost. Interstellar, Dunkirk, Tenet, Oppenheimer.
Perfect.
And I didn't miss a single one.
Perfect. Didn't miss a single one.
That's the order. Off the dome.
Yep.
So yeah. Hey, take a break.
Enjoy film.
And we'll see you on Monday.
Heck yeah.